This is Bokaro and Graham Bradley. He's trained by Charlie Brooks down in Lambourne. He is a fine horse. He's won in France, America, Italy and Great Britain. I had the privilege of riding him in America when he won a steeplechase at steeplechase in Belmont Park. Those we say steeplechase there, their fences and hurdles are very, very similar. He in fact jumps those type hurdles, if I say fences, hurdles, better than the English hurdles, because I think there's a little bit more substance to them. He's on his way to his stayers hurdle. Still looks a little bit carrying to a little bit of condition, but he is a stocky little horse. And as I've said already, he's a very, very good horse. Owned by the ex-owners of the late Lady Joseph, who was a marvellous lady and a great help to Charlie Brooks when he started training.
And we've got a new favourite. Fredwell now even money favourite, 5-4 Bokaro, having drifted from odds on 7-1 Salwan. Shock news from Kempton, Double Silk only third in the Hunter's Chase behind Cool Relation at 9-4 odd.
One we haven't seen there is Salwan. This fellow, as I say, has got a bit to do with Pridwell, but in a three-horse race, funny tactics can happen. Jim.
And away they go, 2 miles once again and 7 to jump here, omitting the first one in the straight. This Lewis Carroll Select Hurdle, 2 miles. And Bokaro, the much-travelled Bokaro, takes up the early running by a couple of lengths to Pridwell, sitting in second position, and Selwan last of the trio, as they make their way now towards the first of 7 flights. Bokaro on the right of picture, comes to it, jumps a little bit high, but handled it pretty well. By a couple of lengths to in second placing, Pridwell with ears pricked, anxious to go a little bit faster than this, and 2 lengths away is Selwan at the tail of the field. Heading up towards the one that'll be the last next time round. Bokaro comes to it now, and an attacking jump and landed 3 lengths in front of Pridwell, and 2 away then is Selwan, who's last of all as they race in Indian file up towards the judge now in a complete circuit ahead of them, and 5 to jump. Bokaro blazing the trail here by 3 lengths or so and not hanging about even in these conditions. Pridwell, who loves the mud, is in second position, and 1 length away then is Selwan, who's last of the trio, swinging left-handed now out of the home straight and heading towards the back. Well, he should love these conditions, Bokaro. He's a winner in heavy ground at Otoy, and they go there, they go in up to their ears over there, and he's bowling along here on the ground, leading by 1.5 lengths to in second placing Pridwell, and 3 parts away the former top juvenile hurdler Selwan, who's bidding to get back in the winners list. Heading down the side of the course now, and you can see they're really digging into the ground as they head towards flight number 3. On the right of picture, Bokaro, Pridwell the centre, Selwan on the left, and Bokaro wasn't too fluent at that, but they got away with it nicely enough. Lands 2 lengths in front of Pridwell with the black cap, and on the left of picture is Selwan as they continue their journey down the back and towards flight number 4. Bokaro just wrapped the top of it. Landed okay, half a length to Pridwell, seems to be travelling very smoothly for Richard Dunwoody. Just holding him in behind there, still looking for a bit of cover, and he wants a lead, I'd say, into the home straight. And behind them is Selwan, who's last of the trio, but they're very tightly grouped. Heading now towards 3 out, Bokaro on the near side, pink cap with the spots, just shows the way from Pridwell and Selwan as they draw towards 3 out now. Good jump by Bokaro, judged that one to perfection, and lands 2 lengths clear of Pridwell, and sitting in behind them, Selwan, who's still in touch. About to leave the back now, starting this long sweeping run out of the back straight and heading towards home. They've got 2 flights to jump in the home straight in this Lewis Carroll Select Hurdle. And Bokaro, who's made every yard, leads by 2 lengths to Pridwell, still held up on the inside, but Selwan moving up on his outer now, trying to put him into a pocket, but there's plenty of room for him to move there as they round the corner. Pridwell swinging on the bridle as they straighten up, and Bokaro, who's done all the donkey work, straightens up a long run before this second last flight. Bokaro leading by 2 lengths to Pridwell in the centre. 3 parts away then the outside is Selwan, just being niggled along as they race now, and still a run of about 100 yards before they reach 2 out. Bokaro still showing the way. A length and a half to Pridwell, who's bolting in second. And then on the near side is Selwan. Coming towards the second last now. Bokaro on the right of picture. Pridwell in the centre. They draw to it now. Bokaro very fluent at it. Got away from it nicely. Landed 2 lengths clear of Pridwell. Put in the better jump there. Followed then by Selwan. But it's Bokaro who skips away now with 1 flight left to jump. He's opened up a gap of 3 lengths on Pridwell. He says go on that one now as they come to the last. And Bokaro jumped it well. Once again Pridwell fluffed it and Selwan just behind them. Bokaro sprinting away on the run in 100 yards left to go. Pridwell trying hard, has just ducked in behind now. It's Bokaro 2 lengths in front. Pridwell making ground all the way to up to the line, but it's Bokaro who's going to get the money. Bokaro makes every yard of the running to win the Lewis Carroll Select Hurdle. Bokaro by 3 lengths to Pridwell, and a long gap then of about 12 lengths to Selwan, who's last of the 3 runners. The winner number 2, Bokaro, raced by the executors of the estate of the late Lady Joseph. Trained by Charlie Brooks and ridden by Graham Bradley, a masterly ride in front by Bradley. Second, number 1, Pridwell, owned by Malcolm Jones, trained by Martin Pipe and ridden by Richard Dunwoody. He appeared to be travelling very smoothly all the way, but was outsprinted in the run to the line by Bokaro. And third, number 3, Selwan, owned by Peter J. Douglas Engineering, trained by Jenny Pittman and ridden by Norman Williamson. But Bokaro is the winner of the Lewis Carroll Hurdle.
Tactics were interesting in this race because we expected Pridwell to take him on the leader a lot sooner, because of course Bokaro does stay even further than this. He's won over 2 miles 6. He goes in heavy ground, and Richard Dunwoody was really queuing himself up to pounce, but it didn't actually happen.
No, I just wonder, looking at that as we watched him absolutely cantering. He's off the bridle now, but it just allowed Bokaro to really fight. He jumped his last 2 hurdles really well. We saw some of the wonderful shots down the back. He didn't really jump so well, as they say, but when he meets them long, he really does fly them, and that really has sealed the race for Graham Bradley. Watch him change his hand there, get a nice hold of the reins, just had a look round, see what he's going to do, just waving the stick at him, just giving him a crack there to keep him up to his work, and you can see it's really made him really stretch, get his head down and his belly close to the ground, and he's really galloping to the line. As I said before, this is a high-class horse in this grounds, and he will go to the Cheltenham. If the ground comes up soft, he'll have a real live chance.
And that is something where Brad is actually waving his whip there. A lot of people at home would think that he's striking him every time. He's not. We've counted, he only hit him twice there, and yet it looks as if he was going for every stride, but he wasn't.
And you can see when he has waved it at him and given him a smack, he has really galloped to the line, and you can see what a stick does. You're not trying to hurt a horse, you're trying to keep him up to the line, running to the winning post. He doesn't know where it is. As you can see, lovely shot of him coming with his ears pricked, like a cat purring. A horse's ears pricked, I mean, he's a happy bunny.
And what a run Charlie Brooks is having. He had 2 winners yesterday. He's really flying, and his head lad, of course, is Brian Delaney, who was head lad to Fred Winter before Charlie took over at Uplands. Been there a long time.
Yes, a wonderful stableman, as you and I both know, but you can see there the horse looks fantastic, and I think he's entitled to improve again. It's his first run for a long time. He has these lovely shots, and look at him come up long there. I think this, although this is only a little horse, he could go and jump fences one day. Watch Brad, look at him just chasing the horse away, and then grabbing hold of him, and he's got a nice short hold of his reins. That was a lovely shot in getting a horse away from a hurdle and balance before you pick him up, and he's really running now. You see so many jockeys, or in the old days you used to see them trying to ride away on that long rein all the way, but Brad's got him balanced and keeping him up all the way to the line.
Yes, what was a good shot also is that Brad was gritting his teeth, and I should think shouting at Bokaro to go, because the voice does actually activate them, and Brad's teeth are gritted. He knows he's got it, but look at his grimace on his face now. I think that tells it all, doesn't it? The grimace from pain goes to joy. So there is Bokaro in the winner's enclosure. He's a happy horse. Anyone who backed him will be. Starting prices to follow.
First, number 2, Bokaro, 5 to 4. Second, number 1, Pridwell.